Hey, ladies.
Hi. So we're talking about mother-in-laws today, and you had a special one, a very special one, because she did something really interesting to you. Can you tell us what happened?
Absolutely. There's a long laundry list, but there's definitely one that's the best
What
story
sticks
to
out for
tell.
you?
Yeah, something that jumps off the page.
Well, not only did this woman ruin my proposal, but she also ruined the ring I was going to get.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was pretty awful. We were long distance in my relationship for a summer because we went to college in Miami, but he lived up north in Boston.
Okay.
So we did a nice long summer of back and forth, which was awful, ups and downs, whatever. But we were getting right to that point where he was about to come back home and I was getting very excited. And there was a day where I couldn't get a hold of him and it was really weird. My vibes were off. Like, I'm a Scorpio. I know when something's going on.
Wow, it all makes
So,
sense.
oh yeah, I know when something's going down. So I just called his mom. I'm like, hey, is like he okay? And she's like, oh yeah, we went ring shopping. I'm like, what?
Fucking
Like,
Holy
idiot.
shit. What the
Come
fuck is wrong
on.
with people?
I was like, you did what now? And she's like, oh yeah, so just don't call him. I'm like, all right. Like, I don't know what to say to that. So I hung up the phone.
And like he purposely is not answering the phone for a reason. He does not want you to know.
Exactly. And he was and still is an awful liar. So he wasn't going to be able to hide it. So he just figured he'd just not answer, which, makes sense. Not a problem. So I started to take a deep breath. I'm like, all right, let me just put this in the back burner. We're still young. Maybe he's looking. It's not going to happen anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
So we flash forward a couple of weeks and I know he's going to be coming home in a few days. He's driving all the way down. So there's some planning involved. And there's another day where my Scorpio senses you're going off and I know something's going on. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to call him. Whatever. He doesn't want to answer the phone, not getting involved. I'm at work and I get a phone call from my soon to be mother-in-law. And she's like, hey, I just need you not to call Tyler today. And I was like, what? What do you mean I'm not going to call him? Well, he's on his way down. And I was like, on his way down? He's like, yeah, you can't tell him. You can't tell him,
That was a
he's on his
surprise
way.
too?
Yeah, everything
my
was. I had no
God.
idea. He wasn't supposed to be home for a couple days. So I had nothing done. My hair wasn't done. My nails weren't done. Nothing. I started to freak out. So I hung up the phone and, I got everything done that I wanted to get done. But that sense of surprise was gone. Like, I knew what he was coming home to do because there was no reason he wasn't going to tell me he was coming home unless there was something else.
Wait, she specifically, did she say he's going to propose to you, or did she just pretty much make it so fucking obvious that you figured it out?
I think she had made everything so obvious already that I knew. I'm not stupid. I knew what was going on. And for her to go out of her way to call me, and even if it was just a surprise for him to come down, why would you call me to tell me not to call him because he's surprising me?
Jesus.
She just can't help herself. She can't help herself with not opening up her mouth.
Monster-in-law.
She's a little bit of both.
It was awful. Awful.
So he proposed to you.
He did. And I was all dolled up in fancy pajamas, which was great. But I slapped a smile on my face and I fake cry. So that was all right. I can get that done. But I knew it was all happening, and I was like, oh man, I didn't get that.
It's not a good way to start
surprise.
Wow, that's not.
It's like bad juju. You know what I mean?
Oh, it was bad. That's it. You know what? It started my marriage off on a bad
on
note
lies.
And
you built your relationship on a pile of lies.
Well, did you tell him? Did you confront him about her?
Till this day, we've been divorced 2 years with a 4.5-year-old kid.
Oh my
he
God.
still has no idea.
Wow.
Let's call her. Let's fucking sneak attack and
call the mother.
I'm just kidding. Oh my God.
You know what,
would
though?
Probably die.
That's interesting. So did you specifically not you didn't want him to know that what she was a big piece of shit?
Nope, I didn't want, especially at that time when we were still together, I wasn't going to give her the satisfaction of causing the friction between him because it would have.
That's what she wanted, and that's exactly. A lot of times what they do when they do shit like this is
they want you guys
to
fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She wanted a reaction.
What a bitch.
And she did. The whole marriage, it was awful. But that was just that one story that when I saw you guys post that question, they gotta know. They gotta know that there's a mother-in-law out there who ruined your proposal.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
She woke up that morning and she's like, how can I ruin this world? Let me start with my future sister and my future daughter-in-law.
It's dirty.
But who does that to, like, if you don't like the girl, that's one thing, but who does that to their son? Like, I have a son.
You're
he's
an
4.
asshole.
I could never think, let me not only ruin this girl, but my son, my pride and joy, let me go ahead and fuck his life up too. Come on.
No, yeah, people are just meant to not live in this world.
I have to say, this monster-in-law is pretty high up on my monsters list here.
She
I mean,
sounds like
I
a
would be
little bit
fucking
of-
furious,
Let's
though.
do a checklist,
Yeah,
okay?
go.
Passive aggressive,
Oh, yeah.
ruins important moments,
Check.
Every time.
happy when you two are fighting,
Mm-hmm.
Always.
a sabotager,
She's
Oh,
a
yeah.
sabotager.
and a little bit of a
100%.
monster-in-law because she constantly fights with you. You dread holidays. She embarrasses you in front of people.
Oh, we have gone to the point where we've walked out of restaurants.
Wow.
She's thrown rocks at my car. She didn't show up at the wedding.
Throwing
it was awful.
rocks at my car. Send help. SOS.
Yeah, I told her voice was annoying in the middle of an argument, so I started to walk out.
Wow,
And she
a
threw rock at my
sabotaging
car.
monster-in-law.
Threw a
That's
rock
one
at
of
your
the worst
car.
things you could ever be.
Oh, Lauren. So you don't have to deal with her at all anymore, do you?
So she, as much as she's an awful human to me, she is a great grandmother, and I don't want to take that from my son. So
You are
his
mean.
father's not in the picture, so I do let her see my son because I feel like that's his connection to that
Mhm.
side of the family. And we're on good ground now because there's those boundaries. But you never forget. You never forget what that person did in the
absolutely not.
beginning.
You know what? I
No.
love the way you're thinking. It's the correct.
It's an adult
like it's
way to
not the
think,
bad
yeah.
example. Like it's a good
It's not
example.
a bad example way.
Yeah.
It's an adult way.
We like it.
If it wasn't for my kid, trust me, it'd be bad example all the way. But I'm trying not to be for him.
Amazing.
You're a
great
good mom, and you were probably a great daughter-in-law. So fuck her.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
fuck that bitch.
Thank you for sharing the story with us. It's really crazy. It's like, could you imagine she had to ruin both moments?
She
She's
was
not
like,
just
hold on,
the
let me
first one.
let me fuck up the first one, and then they're still
Mhm.
together. So let me try to fuck up this next one.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Absolutely.
God bless your little heart.
Well, I hope the next guy that sweeps you off your feet has an amazing mom.
Yeah.
You know what? I've gotten lucky enough where he absolutely does, and I absolutely love her.
Yeah,
so
look
I'm
at
getting
that.
my good karma.
Pain into pleasure.
Yay! Pain into pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you. We are going
You're
to see
so
you next
welcome.
Tuesday for show.
Yeah.
Yes, I will listen then.
Thanks, love.
Bye.
Bye. Love you.
That's awful.
Wow.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
Carmen. It's Trey and Jay.
Hi. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Aw.
How are you guys doing?
We're good. We're just talking about mother-in-laws over here, you know.
We've heard some
Yeah, they're the
shitty.
best, aren't they?
I don't
Yeah.
It depends. What are you going to hit us with?
Yeah, what are you going to hit us with?
Let me just preface by saying that I love her to death. I really do. And what I've learned the most in the years that I've been with my husband, and we're going on 10 years, is that you got to choose your battles, right?
Yeah, pick your very good
So
advice.
She's a jabber. I can already tell.
So she is a professional housekeeper. She has been cleaning houses.
I would have never gone through with this marriage.
So, if you want to know what's the best products to use for anything that you've got to do in your house, she's going to tell you whether you want the advice or not.
Oh, no.
So, okay, I prefer to use Dawn dish soap. That's just my preference. I like when I wash my dishes to see the soap. I like for
Yeah, we're not judging you
No,
for
I'm
liking
I'm not
Dawn. You're
judging
Dawning
you.
it up.
Dawn yourself.
I feel you.
Well, that is not the best dish soap. The best dish soap, in case you ladies were wondering, is palm olive.
I do use palm olive. I'm happy to go home and tell everyone in my household that
Hold
I'm
on
cleaning
a
the
second.
dishes with the best.
We got to take a pause. So you're telling me, because like, isn't your dish soap like in something? Like, how does she even know what the brand
No, I
is?
squirt mine out of the bottle so I could throw the bottle out.
Well, I do have like my dish soap like inside like a little dish soap dispenser or whatnot, but you gotta refill it. So when she comes over, she likes to do the dishes because nobody can do the dishes better than she can, and all this stuff.
Whoa.
Just go right ahead, be my guest. But she can't do the dishes unless it's with palm olive. So that's what I buy when she comes over.
See,
There
what did
you
we
go.
just say?
There
We
you
said
go.
just buy the extra $1 worth palm olive for when the mother-in-law comes over. Humor her.
I just want to make sure I'm clear though. So her ass is doing the dishes, and she knew
And
that shit was
complaining.
not palm olive. She was like, "This is some Dove shit." Like she knew it wasn't the right brand. Like that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, like, take me to
picky,
store, let me buy the
specific.
Palmolive.
Wow.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Oh, that is the mother-in-law that
She would hate me.
you're afraid of every little thing you do because she's going to step on your toes.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's a
Yeah,
jabber.
so at the beginning, yeah, it's kind of stressful and aggravating, but once you just understand like how people function and who they are, you just like,
Yeah.
okay, is it worth the fight? No, I'm just going to go ahead and buy the Palmolive and be done with it.
Do you like her other than the fact that she tells you what
Oh,
house?
I love her. I
See,
love my mother-in-law.
she's
I
a
really
jabber.
do, yeah.
Carmen, this
Yeah.
is really, really great advice that you're giving because I think a lot of women are in this situation. Like their homes are their homes. They work hard on them, and it's hard to have another woman come in and tell you you're doing it all wrong. It
Wow.
hurts sometimes because you try, But
Yeah.
I think what you're doing is right. Like you sometimes it doesn't hurt to listen to what they have to say. You know what? Maybe one day she'll suggest a soap that you like.
Or she'll
Or
stop
I'll
caring.
just I'll buy the Dawn when she's gone.
There you
and
go.
continue on with my life.
By the dawn when she's gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
That's,
I love
that's the
it.
motto, YOLO.
I
Words
love
to
it.
live
Oh my
by.
God, I'm so happy I got to talk to you ladies.
Oh,
I love
thank
both of
you.
you.
Thank
Oh,
you.
we love you, Carmen. Thank you for
Love
telling
you
us
so
about
much.
your mother-in-law. Thanks for sharing. See you next
Awesome.
Tuesday.
Thank you, ladies. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Poor girl.
I mean, like,
That's exhausting.
it's exhausting. It's exhausting.
When you have a professional housekeeper as your mother-in-law, she would never survive in my house. She'd be like, there's dust bunnies right under there. Do you know that? Be like, oh my God, send help.
Don't forget, guys, new clips air every Thursday. So see you next Thursday.
Hosted on dimlywit.com.
Even though we are not your best examples,
We're the best you've got.
so cheers, bitches.
Cheers. Make sure you subscribe to our channel for updates. And if you like this clip, share it with a friend.